Okay. It'll take some time. It will take some time for me to get set up. Yes. Refresh. Is that what that does? No? Okay. Maybe just close it and then insert the new dock. The custom... No. There we go. The control panel. It just defaults to this. That's perfect. That's just what I need. I need it to be defaulted. What the heck? You know, now I have to reopen the game because now it's out of size. Out of size, dude. It's out of size. At this point in time, it is now not the correct size. Jesus, what are we doing? It's almost as if we can have the game in the correct size, but we're choosing not to for some reason. Anyway, we left off with just finishing the... We finished something. I actually am not sure what we finished last time. Don't remember. We left off. I think we finished HP solvent, and we started making arsenic. So that means we are left with the next task after finishing with arsenic and all of that. We need to start actually turning arsenic into things. Essentially, what we need to do is make circuits, advanced circuits, the circuits of the future. Let's go to Disneyland, making circuits of all time. I'm surprised this arsenic doesn't give us toxicity or something. Alright, we're going to shut down anything that's going to consume more than 5 billion gallons of power. AKA the fracking tower, electrolyzers. Things that do not need to be active at this time. What is this? We're running out of power. We're having a calamity. Never mind. This is good. Figure out nuclear power recycling. We have to figure out how to recycle our nuclear stuff. Wait. Bismuth time. No, arsenic. Yes, arsenic into the things. Costs printed silicon wafers. But is fairly simple. It's not too hard to do. It only costs 4 of those for one of the next type of circuit, which is actually 2 tiers above. It's super advanced. This is like really endgame circuitry. Hello. If we take a look at circuits, you can see we have versatile circuit board and then item dot. Oh well, it's not available at this time. But there's quite a few options. Gallium arsenide makes it a little bit less, requiring polyethylene, however. This method requires PVC or hard plastic, which pretty much means that either way, you're going to need HP solvent to make this. Because for PVC, you need cadmium. cadmium is an oil product, essentially. Hard plastic is after you get cadmium. So question at this time: can I find what I need to get cadmium? And will it be difficult? Yes, it will be. Because I don't really know where I'm going to be looking for this item. It's very, very difficult for me to find this item if I do not find it on the first try. However, it will be very easy for me to mass produce this item, so I'm not worried. Plus, I also need to figure out how we can keep the fracking tower running constantly. I actually have some intentions to do so. Pretty much what I want to do is have an alternation, like an alternative switch that allows me to be like, power, switch to power mode. Oh, kerosene, switch to kerosene mode. Because currently, my current problem with the oil setup is that it consumes energy, but we also need a sustainable supply of energy, and it actually provides me that opportunity. Versus nuclear power, which is kind of requires too much hands-on. And I don't like it. Also, one other thing on the agenda board for today is to make this place look a little nicer, so we have to clean it up a little bit. AKA, just put a giant fence around it and call it a day. Okay, let's call it a day. Put a fence around it. Boom. Now this is a mustard willow, which pretty much, if you want to get cadmium, you will need to process these with HP solvent to get cadmium powder. There's alternative ways of getting cadmium, and the best way to do this is to grow one of these here. You need to use industrial fertilizer on it to make it grow. Now heading over to here, we can see this has no power. We can actually power this thing constantly, if I really desire to, using nuclear batteries, which is gonna be crazy, stupid, but we can do it. I don't remember the exact type it takes, but even if it doesn't take the one I need, as long as it's a high enough amount, like at least half, at least 50% energy decrease would be nice. Because then I'm not putting in 50% extra energy to run that. Let's go ahead and take a look at batteries, honestly, because it is a super crucial thing that we need to start working towards getting more advanced batteries. And uranium-238 provides us the opportunity to do so. So we'll take a look around and see if we got any plutonium-238. At this time, it appears we do not have any. I will do this. God dang it. Every time I get up after falling down the stairs, nah, it's not it. It's not it. I'm telling you, falling down the stairs did bad things to my legs. I fell on the stairs yesterday. It was amazing. I was carrying my weapon, fell on the stairs. Typical. Very typical. Look how much plutonium I've actually ran through here. Look how much 233 I've ran through here. I think it's time we start actually distributing those to the cooling section. Why the heck are we not doing that at this time? Like, there's a reason they need to go to the cooling drum. They need to go to the cooling drum. So let's actually get this thing hooked up so they do so. because we need to make power. Power and yes, energy. Energy, power, energy. Boom. Oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. It's almost as if it works perfectly. Wonderful. I have no idea in what universe this decided to not work the way like this, but that also works. No, 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 no. Stop. I'm trying to rotate it. Trying to rotate it. What the heck? Ah! Where's my rods going? Where are my rods going? This time, my nuclear rods have been inserted in the wrong place. Oops. It's a minor accident. It's unintentional. I actually don't remember where it actually inserts those. How are these not that radioactive? It's plutonium. It should be like the most radioactive thing. What the heck is this? Why is there Xernox rods in the place that Xernox rods do not go? Jesus. What the heck? No. This thing is making me lose brain power every second. It's causing cranial insanitosis. Okay, so at this time, we're doing things. They're working, kind of. It's going well. This thing should be cooling them. Yes, it has plenty to cool. Plenty of depleted plutonium fuel. We'll cool that. Give me technetium. How much technetium has it produced? 20 technetium? Ooh. Uranium-235 and Neptunium. Neptunium's great for custom nukes, so we can build like the world's most powerful bomb. Which is not necessary, because I'm on my own. But if I was playing on a server right now, and I was like, man, I could really use this for nefarious reasons for my friend, I would probably do it then. Hello friend, I have a special delivery for your base. It's a decorative item. It will look very nice, and it will make your base very good. Custom nuke. Installed. Put 4 in there. Hopefully I will see that it shoots out 4 uranium or plutonium rods to be inserted into the nuclear power plant. Because this is embarrassing that we only have that many. Please give me uranium-233, please. At this time, I'm requesting uranium-233 or plutonium. Because it would be nice. We have a lot of nitric acid and kerosene, apparently. Which really doesn't make sense, because I don't mine niter anymore. I haven't mined niter in 5 billion years. So we should not have any niter at this time. I think my next project is to make a... This can supply energy. Like, I don't need to run it the way I'm running it right now. Well, my next project is to make another oil power plant or another oil setup to give me the capabilities to, like, pretty much just make energy. I need an energy setup. So, like, that's probably on the agenda at some point in the near future. That's going to be important. Super big project, though. We're going to need a lot of steel and things for it that we don't currently have at this time. So we probably should go start preparing for that project. It'd be smart. It'd behoove us to prepare for that project. Huge words. Insert the largest words of all time. It's going to be quite a bit of effort, but it's fine. We have plenty of time to expend. It's like not like we have 30 seconds or anything. Okay, we have plenty of time. We have all day to expend. Even though I don't intend to expend all day on one project. If I spent more than like an hour on this, this would be like, what am I getting out of this? The return value is too low. So we're gonna use Silk Touch, or Vein Miner and Silk Touch, or AoE Silk Touch, however the heck you want to do it. Press Alt. Get it, Silk Touch. Boom. I don't really want to go mining with this tool, but I will have to because I need to resupply certain materials. Pretty much iron and niter are what I'm going to be looking for today, because I want to make sure that I don't run out of niter for 60 billion years, and then I also need to make sure that I have iron in some capacity. Now, I did see a good place to go mining. Good place to go mining at. If I head over here and dig down, I'm guessing there's lava under this. No, apparently there's not. Okay, that's wonderful. Good information to know. Thank you for this information. I will use this for something, I believe. Yes, here we go. Here we go. Look at this place. Nice. It's beautiful. It's lovely. Okay, we're going to turn that off. We're going to set it to Alt. Silk Touch. Okay? Because I don't want to just, like, accidentally blow up every single block I mine and do, like, a 3x3 on everything. Because I need to make stairs. And doing 3x3 stairs is probably the dumbest way of making stairs. However, we are achieving our goal of getting plenty of iron. Which this will make like 3 times the amount of iron for like barely any cost. So like keep that in mind. When I mine iron, I am getting 3 times as much as I actually have. So a stack will become 3 stacks, which means I will have like 192 pieces of ore. Math is not my strong suit, so I will not do math. It should be 192. No, it'll be 100. No, it's 192 because the 10 carries over. Because it makes it 10, it'll carry over. It has to be 192. I'm telling you, it's got to be 192. Otherwise, I'm. You know, I could just do it right now. 64. And then do this one times 3. It is 192. How the heck did I do that? That's surprising that I actually got that correct on my first try. Well, I said 196 first try, and then I corrected it and said 192. Math is easy. Well, some math isn't. There's math that looks like alien language. It's not even like algebra. Algebra is not even an alien language. Algebra is not super complicated. It's just stupid. But well, geometry is also interesting. Geometry is interesting, but somehow I always sucked at math. That's just my weakest subject. Always sucked at it. It's probably because I just didn't pay much attention. I just didn't really care about math. I was like, I hate math. Because I don't care about numbers. I just care about results. It's more important. That's all we care about here is the results. Stop worrying about the numbers and work on getting some good results. You know what I mean? Lead. I don't need lead. I think. I mean, we should probably get it. Should probably grab it. I think we need thorium. Specifically grabbing the ores we need. Okay, we're not just gonna go. Oh, I need this. Oh, I need all of this. Oh, I don't need this, and I'm gonna mine it anyway. Okay. Anything that looks like it could have value that I need, yes, put it in my inventory. Anything that doesn't look like it has value, no. Yes. I would say we need coal and lignite, but really we have numerous quantities of it. Huge amounts. Alright, so if we go this way, then there's a giant cliff. This guy is deciding to jump off the... Oh, I killed him before he could jump off the cliff. That's fine. I saved him from himself. But I accidentally killed the pig. Hey, it works. It's all part of the plan. God's great plan is here. Ooh. This is actually not as good as I thought it was going to be. Somehow I predicted, well, somehow I saw through the ground, and there's just a couple ravines nearby that should supply us with endless quantities of ore. And by endless quantities, I mean enough to sustain us for like a week before I have to resupply, which is fine. Oh, that's interesting that I mentioned that. Because that ties into something I was thinking of yesterday, is if you have to go for more than like a certain number of days out in like the field and stuff like that, then you could actually probably be more efficient to just sustain yourself off of the resources around you rather than just carry like 3 weeks worth of equipment. Like if you have to be out for like 3 weeks and you cannot get resupply, then it make most sense to learn how to sustain yourself off of the stuff around you. That was just something that crossed my mind. I was like, yeah, that'd probably be pretty smart. It'd be pretty smart to learn that stuff. But it's never going to be useful. This is the thing. It's never going to be useful if I learn it. I'm never going to ever need to use it. I will learn it and then I'll be like, oh, okay. No need to actually use these wonderful tools I have available. All of this knowledge going to waste. Okay, we're just going to build a bridge here using the amounts of stone we're getting. I said it was going to give us copious amounts of resources, but really it's just giving me copious amounts of stone, which is also valuable for something. Probably concrete. Concrete is super valuable, so trust me, it costs 10 billion stone to make concrete. Hello. Welcome. Ah, crap. Oh no. Dang it. What the heck? I see that there's another layer with more iron on it that I can go down to collect more iron. Although, really, I am not sure I want to do that. Just gotta work my way across and then find out what I'm doing from here. This is actually not a bad place to be mining. It's literally just a straight diagonal. But that's kind of annoying because that means it's going to be like hard to get back and forth. But at the same time, I can still jump from side to side on this, which could be very handy. I'm not going to lie. That's really handy. Potentially very handy. Has the potential to be super useful. And valuable. Eh. Eh. We need to do some stuff today, probably. We need to do a redstone switching thing. Redstone switching. Oh my gosh. You know, like designing the perfect item, like if you had to design the perfect power tool, let's say you had to design the perfect power tool. Like everything about that item needs to be like specifically designed so it's actually good and not like done in a stupid way. But you see, that may not be tailored to everybody's preferences. So how do you make a universal item? It'd be very interesting to think of. Oh, I have a stack now. It's good. Let's actually stay down here because, you know, just because we have a stack doesn't mean I'm actually completed with my goals and my dreams of having infinite quantities of nuclear reactors and things. Okay, we need 10 stacks. 10 stacks, 6,400. No, 6,000. No, 640. 640. Yes, would be a great number to have. I am going to go ahead and obtain that number at this time. After I find out where my torches are. After I ask HBM to install PVS 14s into the power armor in this game. Or PVS 7s. Night vision is super interesting. There's so much to think of with it. Like, advanced night vision, or night vision nowadays, like, it's come a long way since the 80s, hasn't it? Technology right there. Like, how the human eye sees things. It's like augmenting your own capabilities with technology, or supplementing the lack of capabilities with technology. Because we can't necessarily see in the dark super well, so that's augmenting. But if it's completely dark, we cannot even see at all, which is enhanced. Well, not. I mean, it's still technically augmenting human capabilities, isn't it? Cybernetics is the future. It's gonna be the future. Nah, not at all. Nope. I could use thorium, and I only have 4 pieces of it right now. Our goal is to get a lot of iron, so let's try to get some thorium too. Because this is what makes steel. So when I come up with this, it will go ahead and bring it to the actual blast furnace. The plan is that we're going to start working towards cobalt 60 for a better blast furnace. A more elite blast furnace that will supply us with the capabilities to produce endless quantities of steel. I always do the blast furnace method, even though technically, if you really wanted to, you don't need to use a blast furnace to do this anymore, or you could just use the crucible. But for me, the blast furnace is the most effective method because I can just mine all of my iron ore out of the ground and then send it up and put it in there that way. While this works for me, it probably definitely is not effective for most people because this way of doing things is pretty stupid. If you don't want to go underground, then this will be painful because then you are stuck mining underground when you could actually be above ground doing all of it using a drill, a giant mining drill that does it automatically. Problem is that for me, I do not like to expend so much energy on the drill, so while we could get it right now and start working on it, and we probably would have at this point, I don't really need it anyway, and I don't want to make it at this time. Since I currently am just mining my iron out of the ground, this will work fine. And then we'll have 2 stacks of steel, which will last us for like maybe 2 streams at least if we're working very hard. If we're working not as hard, then maybe like 3 or 4, maybe 5 streams if I get lucky. This could actually last us a while, I'm going to be honest. This could last us a while, but we might expend it all. I mean, if we get 3 stacks, that's going to last us at least a lot longer. So, like, it's going to be better for me to get more than less. The best layers are higher to mine. So, like, rather than mine at, like, the lowest level and potentially get, like, diamonds and stuff, stay towards 32 to 48. Those are going to be helpful for getting steel, because it's pretty much iron, coal, and lignite at that layer. Which means if you want to get steel, my method, just mine at 48, and then you'll have plenty of iron to use. 44 even works. 44 you start getting crystals, but it's okay because you will still get plenty of the stuff you're looking for. So that's just how that works. Just gotta look around and we'll find it eventually. Bedrock ore? No. Ooh. We almost died. Oh, the only disadvantage of this armor is that it doesn't protect you from fire. So if I fell into the lava, we would have been very sad. We would have been a very, very sad person at the time. It's fine though. We can be okay with that. And yeah, we could be okay with that. We can be okay with that, probably. We'll just have to rebuild all of our armor, rebuild all of our technology we've acquired, and start over from scratch, basically. Start over from square one. Gotta learn a lot of new technology lately. Gotta learn a lot of new technology. Dang it. Jump here. Ooh. This is gonna do it. The water should carry me to victory. Some real hydration right there. Real hydration. Swimming up a waterfall. Which... Oh, hey. Even more real hydration. It's raining. God has decided to hydrate the earth. All right, so we have a conundrum. No, we don't. We don't have any conundrums. We have something interesting. Okay, so at this plant we produce kerosene, which, as you all may know, kerosene is super wonderful. Kerosene can allow us to do some great things. Okay, and I said, "Oh yes, I want to do it. I want to do an oil setup. I want to do it, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be the future of oil setups, right?" That's what I said, isn't it? Everybody is in agreement at this time. But you see, the thing I did not say was that how actually great this is because if I want to make energy, kerosene is a starting point. Kerosene is actually a very, very good starting point. Because from kerosene, I can just go straight to what I need to do next. To make petroleum gas, or run a turbofan engine, or whatever. Kerosene is one of the greatest starting points for all kinds of energy production, and is the end point for most energy production. Petroleum gas is the starting point, I would say, for this process. So, it will involve cracking to get us petroleum gas, and then we will make a combination, a combined gas turbine. There's a word for this. Combined cycle gas turbine? Yes, rocket fuel. Like, exactly. There's like a lot of options. I want to run a... Now, you do lose some, right? You lose a little bit of... Yeah, so you lose 40 liters. But the energy production on LPG... So let's say this is 30 MB. LPG is an option. I don't really want to run a rocket grade or like fuel like this, like aviation grade. But I could also reform that for unsaturated and 100 reformant gas per 1,000 millibuckets. It might actually make the most sense to just stick it with the kerosene and just run it through a turbine, but I want to try to make it into the petroleum gas and then run a combined cycle gas turbine instead. I think that's a ludicrous option of energy production, and I think you still get more energy out of that. You could even reform it first, but I don't think that's going to be as worthwhile. I think what's going to be the most valuable is if I just run it off of a, combined cycle gas turbine probably is the way to go. With just petroleum gas. Yeah, well, we haven't even gotten to the, we haven't made it yet, but we are currently working on the reformer, which is our goal for today, is to get a catalytic reformer. That's the primary objective. Because this will allow me to produce the stuff I need. So, what we're going to do is we're going to say that we're going to have power production here now. I'm going to start setting up power production at this location. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Shift F9 so I can actually see the borders, Shift F9, and then we'll hit our AOE functions. This is 6 chunks, right? No, it's 4 chunks, but we're about to make it into 6 chunks to have energy. Alright, let's start digging. Excavation. So the big thing will be getting the combined cycle gas turbine and the reformer, which are both going to go in the same spot because they both hold, they'll be running off of a switch, basically a redstone setup that allows me to alternate depending on the position of a lever. So if I have the lever on, it will do one thing. If I have the lever off, it will do another thing. And if I have another lever on, so it's basically just a couple of gates, and it's very simple. It should be easy to learn for most people, and it will be great to show off since it's pretty valuable information. But I think most people know how to do this. It's going to be very basic, so nothing complicated at all. What I need to get is a lot of the dirt and store it because all of our dirt is going to need to be replaced every now and then. Specially selected dirt replacement team. We need that. The reason I took down the gas flare is because we need to reform it. And we also we're waiting on the cadmium right now. So that's like one of the things I'm waiting on for the PVC. So once we get the cadmium flowers, or whatever the heck they're called, we'll be good to go. So we'll head over and see how the mustard willow plant is doing. I think it's over here. Oh, it's fully ready to go. Now that we've planted that, we just need to find more places to plant it at. So, for example, here, oh. We only got 4 mustard willow leaves. But that's fine, because it will grow back pretty fast. And, yeah. We just need to keep doing that until we eventually have enough to complete my goals. We really don't need 2 chunks for this, but apparently I'm excavating 2 chunks anyway. And then once we finish this, I will go ahead and designate the spots. Probably by digging it out and then placing in some stone bricks so I can see and visualize where I'm placing things, the reformer specifically. And start working on those switches like I said. So the first step is actually going to be setting up a reformer off of this tank here. So this tank, we can just shoot it into a cracking tower or radiolysis machine if we have that available. So that will be good to look into getting one of those, or seeing if we can even do the just do a catalytic cracking tower like I said. Obviously that's the best way to go. Since we probably even have one in storage, I believe we do, because I accidentally made 4 for this project anyway. Which means that it pays off that now I'm actually going to use all 4. So let's go ahead and take a look into that specific part. I should have a catalytic cracking tower. And I do. This is the catalytic cracking tower. We've discussed these before in previous episodes, previous streams. If I place this down, I now have that right there. So if I can move this and align it correctly, and also get it rotated correctly the way I want it to be. There we go. That is correct? Yes. Okay, so like all of the others. It will be perfectly looking like all of the rest of them. If I rotate this again, place it in here. Okay, so that means the connection goes between these two, and then we have that should be fine. It looks close. Oh yeah, that's actually how it's supposed to look. So that will be just piping steam to there, and shouldn't be hard. It's piping the steam and then getting the rest of this set up. So these universal fluid ducts will be the primary method of moving around the fluids. So this is going to do kerosene, and if I want this to do kerosene, it will need a switch here in the control circuitry. So we'll have a switch that blocks that from happening. It'll be in this section here to do a control circuitry for that. And then under this thing, we should have the pipes for the steam. We can just run them right underneath. Just shift, do silk touch, and then just run underneath it here and see if we can get any of those pipes. Petroleum gas. Here we go, low pressure steam. And then there's the other pipe. It runs directly this direction underneath the bottom. Steam. Run the steam to the end. Run the low pressure steam to the end. And then we'll take those both out this side up here. Boom. Steam. Then we can run our low pressure steam. Boom. We'll do that. This is for what? What is this for? Low pressure steam? Is that the return pipe for low pressure steam or no? Regular steam or low pressure steam? Steam. If you don't know the answer, it's the answer steam. Answer is Steam Gaming. I actually am not sure the answer. I'm gonna just say it's steam. It's probably the correct answer. Low pressure steam. The reason I'm keeping it away from this chunk here is that I'm going to try to avoid building into a 6th chunk for this project. So I can keep everything within the chunks I have currently using or operating in. This will save me a lot of hassle later. Okay, because it will be a lot less stupidity later when I need to go be like, oh man, they have all this in this chunk here. It's going to be annoying because I have to build 5 RBMKs here. Which is not happening anymore because RBMKs are now stupidly expensive. Thank you, HBM, for making the worst nuclear reactor suck even more. Yes, thank you so much. I apologize to HBM now. I feel like I'm too hard on HBM. Okay, so this is not really much space to actually do much with. Time to figure out how I'm going to work with this space and figure out how I'm going to fit everything in here. One thing to note is that we have a petroleum gas pipe here that I can run all the way to here. So this is going to be where my power generation area is going to be for the CCGT, or combined cycle gas turbine. We'll need all of this space for this. So like, it's not like this is going to cause any issues if I were to be like, okay, I'm just going to do stone bricks around here. Yep. We already have a section that's pretty much dedicated as a slope, but we're going to change the entire thing when I put up the actual wall to keep people from accidentally walking into my nuclear tech base. Yes. The kerosene. Super huge part. So, with petroleum gas, you can turn it into bakelite for AKs, as I like to say. Bakelite for AKs. We need more magazines for our AKs. We do not use polymer for AKs. We just make bakelite, which is polymer. Oh my gosh. I can make tons of rubber at this time. It'd be actually advantageous to like hook up a valve that allows me to go, oh right, I don't need to be making all this kerosene right now. Let me just send it all there. Boom. We actually have a lot I need to do today. So I'm thinking the reformer goes here, and then this is going to be my power generation area. Then we need to make a CCG, a combined cycle gas turbine, switching, and all kinds of things. But currently this is going to work. So with the switching part is going to be, we're going to run boom, 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 and I can have my switching here. Or I could do it like, literally it's not that complicated. I could do it like this and it will work. The big part is going to be the actual, when the switching is being implemented, I need to make actual things. I need to make a duct. I need to do this one. A universal fluid duct, coated. That is what you need. Or not that one. I'm not sure I remember correctly. I mean, if that is the one I need, that is the one I need. Yes, it is. It will work. You need to wrap 4 aluminum with 4 steel. Okay. Four of these. 4 sticks makes levers, and then we combine those with redstone. Okay, because you can't just do this without redstone. Torches for inverters, and then also redstone. Is this currently the correct? Yes, it is. Ah, HBM finally fixed it. Like back in the day, this used to be the switch one where you use your hand on it. Somehow it was backwards, but that's okay. All right, so I'll have this set up so I can route my stuff places. So when you do this, you set this here and this here. Boom. That automatically will create the power this guy needs. Or what I could do is just really simple, and this really would work the best. This will work the best. Okay, I'm gonna show you the best way of doing this. Boom, boom, boom. Now when I have this, guess what? I hit this, switch, 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 switch. Perfect. The other part that needs to switch is this guy. This part's easy. And this piece could be used. Oh, hey, if this guy's not on, this doesn't even matter, bro. It doesn't even matter. Switch here. Boom. I can say kerosene, go into there. Kerosene, go do your job. Kerosene, become petroleum gas, become energy. So all I have to do this. That'll do that. That means all the steam that we can pump into here will do great things. Let's go ahead and turn on this so we can redistribute the steam. I don't think we actually have much steam available. This petroleum gas needs to be disposed of. Either in the production of aromatic hydrocarbons or by just venting it into the atmosphere. One of those two things need to happen. I figure we'll do the aromatic hydrocarbons this way. Give me this, set it to petroleum gas. Then if I just dump my petroleum gas in this pipe here. Perfect! Beautiful! Make rubber now, please! Do it faster. We're currently using our gas flare to make plenty of energy. The wonderful thing is that even when we produce kerosene, we are producing petroleum gas in some quantity that I can run through my combined cycle gas turbine I'm going to build in this area. Let's see. We need this, we need water. So I'm just gonna grab a bucket of water so we can throw it in the thing. It doesn't really matter how much we throw in there, we just need a little bit more water. And it should be fine with just a bucket, rather than anything else. What is this guy doing? Why is there just a random barrel there? That's pretty useful to have. Like, I could do a lot with that barrel. Anyway, I need water, so let's go ahead and grab some from the river, and also check on my cadmium, see if it's doing good. Okay, it's not doing good. It's not doing good. It's taking forever. Hurry up, please. We're waiting on you. Waiting on the cadmium. Please. So I'm gonna put this water inside of the boiler. So the steam boiler will send the water around the place. Put water in there. Boom. Output water. Send it out. Boil the water. Make the steam. Oh, wait, what? Is it on? Okay, shift. We don't need any more water. Stop it. Before you clog the system. Perfect. It's currently got plenty of steam to continue its job. Steam will not be redistributed between any of these machines and start clogging anything. Correct. So if I run this, if I go like, oh, hey guys, I need to do this at this time, switch it, boom, kerosene, which we actually need to do the kerosene. So this can be kerosene, this whole thing is kerosene now. And then I hit this switch here, boom, kerosene goes in. Kerosene becomes petroleum gas. Switch it off, no more kerosene, which pretty much expends a little bit of kerosene, which is kind of sad, but it's time to figure out the rest of this, which is how I'm going to get petroleum gas to where I need to get it. This guy can be petroleum gas, and this guy can be petroleum gas. This is why it's a switch, because it switches between the two items. Combined cycle gas turbine time. This is the part that everybody's waiting for. Will I make combined cycle gas turbine, or will I fail? I will make the combined cycle gas turbine. This is going to be really expensive. I'm not sure why I chose this. Because this actually requires two different turbines, a steam turbine and a gas turbine. Which means I need to make both. But that's fine. We have all day. Quite literally. So we have all the time we need to execute this mission. Let's go ahead and hurry though, because I do not want to spend forever on this. This is something that should not take forever. It should be pretty easy to do. So let's get some petroleum coke and lignite coke going, and then just start running this blast furnace. All right, let's check. Combined cycle gas turbine is going to require 40 steel ingots. How do I know this already? I can already see it requires 10 steel shells. And then dense gold wire, which is actually annoying. And it's going to bother me to make it. It's fine. We can do it easily. Easy. Peasy. If I just go over to here, right, on my ferro-uranium anvil. That should do the trick. It costs a lot of energy in the welder. However, I think we actually can do that for at least multiple operations. And how many does it cost? 12? 12? What the heck? Might make sense to actually make a crucible cast instead of spending so much energy on that. However, let's see how much energy I have available, how much uranium fuel I have currently, and start weighing out our options. See if I need to do it or not. Oh yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be good. We will be fine. We will have enough. It will be okay. Actually, oh yeah, we're good. So we just need to print out a few more of those. Head over to here. Do 8 pieces of wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, let's do it on this machine. No, this one. Yes. So if you do this, this will actually make the stuff you need. Dense gold wires. Just give it some time. Just give it some time. How much energy does it use even? Hey, at least it's not tungsten plates. Because when we did tungsten plates, welded tungsten plates, it was like infinity energy. It was like 2 million HE. 2 billion HE. So much HE. It was sad. It's expensive. Okay, well that's the first part we've completed. And we have, what, does it cost motors? It does not cost motors at all. How much steel does it need other than that? 4 steel pipes. Reinforced forced turbofan blades. Oh, this will be wonderful. This will, it's not hard to do. This is easy. Compare this to a Leviathan gas turbine, or Leviathan steam turbine. We are currently cruising through this. We are just going to be through this in 5 seconds. Just give it some time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're just making 40. We're making 40. We're making 40. 40. There. Yes. Shell. No, that's gun steel. I'm not making guns. We are California compliant. California compliant, trust me. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 12. Steel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Pipe. Yes, good. Yes, well now we can make these high-speed steel, or we can make rubber. Oh no, this is going to be expensive. At this time, we now need infinity rubber, but it's fine, because I should have zinc available. Do we have zinc available for tasking? No, we don't. We have no zinc. No zinc! No sunscreen, no zinc. No zinc, no sunscreen. What the heck am I supposed to do with no zinc? What the heck? Does this go through the centrifuge? Can I centrifuge this? No. Okay, it'll be okay. Zinc is super common. Super duper easy to obtain. It's 22 more rubber. The rubber will end our bank of zinc. We will not have any more zinc capacity. Hurry and make this so I can get to making the other stuff. It's gonna take its sweet time, so let's go ahead and head on over to make the high-speed steel. This is the most high-speed steel of all time. Let's go ahead and look around, see if I have any in storage. Otherwise, things are gonna get really interesting, okay? Things are gonna get very interesting if I don't have any. 12. High-speed steel. We need to make it into plates. Go to here. Boom. Type in high-speed steel. There's only like 3 things this can be made into. Perfect. Don't get this confused with arsenic, or you'll be very sad. Okay, let's go over to here. You'll be very disappointed if you get it confused with arsenic. Mental brain damage at that point. Mental brain damage. Mental brain damage. What the heck? It's all mental. It's not even real. The brain damage is mental. What the heck? 14 rubber bars. Okay, now it's finally time. It's finally time to actually assemble the microchips and this. So how do you make that? Well, don't worry. I'm glad you asked, because I have the answers. I have plenty of the answers, okay? We need to look for a turbine blade, which we probably don't have any, because that'd make a lot of sense. And also, we need microchips. We need 3 of them. Which I am currently not producing any of this. So I figure it makes a lot of sense that I will place all of that in there. Hurry up and make some of that. And check here. We have 1 of these. It's time for us to make 6 billion. So, the way that works, I'm going to go to here. Gold plate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then boom. No, not 11. Insulators. Okay. This is how I make the circuit boards. Printed circuit boards are not available at this time. From there, we need to make the chips. The chips are made by making waffles. So we're going to make waffles. 10 of them. 10 waffles. Please make 10 waffles. Because that's all I can make right now. But 10 waffles will make more than enough circuit boards in the long run. So just put it through there. Give it some time. Give it some time. Yes, give it some time. Combustible lemon. How much high performance solvent do we even have right now? We need 10 of those to do 1 cadmium. Which is the other thing we're working on the side, is getting those versatile chipsets or whatever the heck they're called. We need titanium, because then we can make a titanium gas. Specifically, we need to make a cast. Because that's the only way you can actually make these tungsten turbofan blades, is by a cast. Or finding them. One of those 2 will help you out significantly. So, if you want to make these tungsten turbofan blades, heavy-duty turbofan blades, we must make one of these. Then we must make a casting template. So 1 of those, and then we need to find fire bricks, which I should have somewhere, because that's like literally the most common thing to use, fire bricks. Need it for everything from electrolyzers all the way back into the crucible. Crucible is super valuable machinery. Put this into here. Put this into here. Oh, there we go. You can't make a 2-time foundry mold for these, but that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Canada. Hell yeah. Canada. Let's go. But this costs 3 for each one. So if you do the math, 3 times 8 is 24. And that means all I need is 24 tungsten. Which would probably be very expensive in the real world. I mean, how much even is this? Like, it's a cubic meter of tungsten? Well, no, it's not even a cubic meter. It's like, I don't even know. I'm not even going to try to calculate what this would be in the real world. Not even going to think of what it would be. It's too much math. And I'm not going to do that when it's just stupid math. It's not a requirement. It's not a requirement for me to do it. It's unnecessary. It's extra effort for 0 gain. What the heck? Oh, it's just smoke. I thought it was going to be like some kind of asteroid or something stupid coming to interrupt my current train of thought. I cannot hear my own thoughts right now. If that happens. Oh. But here's the reinforced tungsten blades. You need a high-speed steel ingot. And this part's really easy compared to the rest of the stuff. But everything else is pretty easy too. So if I go to here and I grab out my 10 waffles. 10 waffles is a lot of waffles, okay? Put it here. Boom. It's 5. It's not enough. It's not enough. No. No, we need more bakelite. Okay. This is like a case. We must make bakelite magazines for the A case. It will be lighter. And it will work more goodlier. Perfect. We now have microchips. Boom, boom. Oh, we need lead wire? That's okay. That's alright. I have it here apparently? What the heck? Since when do I have lead wire just sitting in boxes? This organization is incredible. The level of organization, the level of absolutely good engineering. Yeah, somebody else has that problem as well. Somebody else told me about that issue. I don't know. I don't know how to fix it, so like I haven't updated in a while. I don't really know what the latest update even has, honestly. I haven't updated since I updated last time. Is my tungsten blades done? Yes. Okay, so we have all 3 circuits. We have the blades done. All that's left is just setting up the most basic stuff. So like, here we go. Let's go ahead and do this. Put it in here. Put this in here. Wonderful. We're making our combined cycle gas turbine to store all of the... You're finally updating to Windows 11. Windows 11 is not bad. It's not bad. But it's not the best thing in the world. I will say that. Just because it exists, it's not making it the best. But you will get used to it. It's weird from Windows 10. I remember that part. When I went from Windows 10 to 11, I was like, what the heck am I even looking at? How does it even work? It's like a tablet. It's weird. What is this? Natural gas and engine lubricant. Ah, this is perfect. This will be fine. Let's see what we can do to get engine lubricant. So this, we have the industrial oil. So if I switch, I need a switch here then. That will switch it from this to become natural oil. To make that. So the industrial oil, right? Industrial oil makes, if we check, can make the wonderful item. Either you crack it to get that stuff, or you will do a this. You get engine lubricant and heating oil. I don't really need the heating oil, but I can use that other product to be beneficial. So I can actually add a switch here that routes it outwards, and just we need to do one of those switches again. That's okay though. It's okay. So we'll do this. Why would that be how I make a switch? This needs to be set up like something like, I swear it's like this. This is how you should make a switch. Then it will do its job. Okay. So the way this will work is if the lever is on, it will switch one. So this will be industrial oil. This way I can be like, oh, well, I need to make my industrial oil into engine lubricant. So I don't have to pipe it from there because I didn't have enough space on C. Oh. Alright, so as you can see, this is industrial oil. And we need to use a torch here. This will allow me to switch it. The default will be this one. So if this lever I'm putting in is going to be off, that will be the default position. Okay, so the second I put this in here, boom, switching. Switching is now enabled, which will allow me to produce the alternative of this. So I can be like, oh, well, hey, I need to make engine lubricant. Looks like we're pretty low on that. And I can actually automate that by using a comparator and a tank. So if I'm like, oh, wow, we're really low on engine lubricant, and we're currently running this process, boom, we're producing engine lubricant to keep up. This is going to be technology right here. This is like the most advanced oil setup I think I'm setting up of all time. I'm like, oh, well, I need this product, I need this product. I can do some switching. Switch. Just switch it. That's the greatest thing I think I've ever come up with. Literally being able to switch products automatically is gonna become like handy for this, because I can be like, I want energy production and I want it now. Okay, we don't have any engine lubricant. Turn on the engine lubricant. Oh, we have too much engine lubricant. Shut off engine lubricant production. So that way, because I don't know if it consumes a lot. I don't think it does. I think it just consumes a little bit for operating. But that's all it will consume. But it needs it to operate as efficient as it can. So, like, it will need that. So we need to have it switching available. So that way we can produce as much petroleum gas as I can. And then also switch the amount of stuff in there. So that will make it a little difficult. But it should be. How's the space progress going? Yeah, we haven't done any of that. We've been focusing on the nuclear reactor, and now I'm actually making a power plant for oil. I haven't even been worried about it, really. I've just been working on a bunch of smaller projects, which are going to be valuable. Like, at the end of the day, these will all be valuable projects, but are currently not very valuable. Currently not super useful. But that's fine. The biggest one we're working on is currently going to be... So if the way this works is if you have... The amount you have is the amount of output from the comparator. So like if you have enough, this will be outputted through a comparator. So if I want to have a good detection for this, I'll set the... This will be a larger quantity than if I did it the other way. Set this to green. We're going to set that to lubricant. Engine lubricant. Then the other thing is getting the heating oil out of here. Which we can do that pretty easily through the ground. Naphtha. Heating oil. Perfect. Shift. Boom. Yes. Good. Then run the oil so it goes underneath. It's time to hook up my naphtha. Boom. Alright, let me grab out my naphtha. No. This is heating oil. I don't know why I'm saying naphtha. No, what? Hold on one second. What am I doing? Why am I thinking this is industrial oil? This is industrial oil. This is naphtha. I'm just being really dumb with how I'm doing this right now, for whatever reason. Although this is supposed to be industrial. This is supposed to be heating oil. Speak words that make sense. Because we're not speaking them at this time. With the space stuff, I actually don't have plans to work on it. Dang it. Heating oil. Okay, everything is heating oil, correct? The entire pipe is heating oil. Good. So the second that I have this thing switch to true, like we need to... The default will be that it needs to actually have... If it has any in there, it will just switch it off. If it has enough, it needs to switch it off. So that means it will produce the stuff it needs to produce. What is this currently? Engine lubricant. Perfect. That's just what we need it to be. And this will be engine lubricant as well. We're making good progress on this. This is going to be good. So the engine lubricant goes there. We need to grab a comparator. And I should have made a few of them at some point. So they must be lying in one of these boxes. And if they are not, I can assemble them in like 5 seconds. Dang it. I don't see any comparators. Kind of annoyed. Because I was really hoping I wouldn't have to make any. But you see, the thing is that I did not make any, apparently. So let's go ahead and make a bunch of torches. Boom, 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 boom. Quartz. Yes. Yes. Quartz. At this time, I will now need stone. Stone and this go together. And make comparators. The comparator has a lot of interesting things. It can add and subtract, but it's only really used for analog kind of circuitry like this one, where I'm just going to need to have a specific quantity to make this thing function. And if I want to make it function better, if I want to make more of this, I hook a second tank to buffer out how much I can have. Basically, I'll put a tank on top of there, and I'll be like, oh, this needs to be motor oil. It needs to be full. And then this needs to have a certain amount in it. So then I can be like, well, once that is full, it will start filling this guy. And then this guy detects, oh, hey, I'm full. I have enough in me to actually start doing the thing. That's how that will work. Or it won't work. Who knows? It's either going to work or it's not going to work. And then all I do is this. This blocks this redstone from this redstone. So this one will turn on. It'll be like, ooh, there we go. Boom, works. Issue with this currently is that in order for that to work, this needs to be up here. And it needs to be powered. Basically, once this shuts off, this needs to turn this one on. It needs to have enough power to do so. So to do that, you can easily just add a either the comparator, or we can do a repeater, or do redstone torch. So like if I power this through here and I just put the power into here with a redstone torch, boom, works exactly the same as it would normally, but this will take an extra tick to delay, so it could end up doing some looping or something like that, but that should be fine. Should be and is okay. If I put dirt in here, this will work as well. This will cover this up, makes it look good. And at this time, it will now need to produce engine lubricant until it is full. So I will turn this on, supply energy. We're currently receiving that, and we are currently making the engine lubricant. And as you can see, it is outputting a redstone signal, which will tell it when it's perfectly full, and it will shut off when it is as full as it needs to be. So just giving it its time to do its job. We'll see, it has 400 at this time. And I'm going to just turn this off because I don't need this to run. But there we go. We can also add in an override if we really wanted to. We can be like, I need kerosene now. So how would I override this to get to my kerosene? Well, this essentially is functionally an OR gate. So if I want to add redstone that flows into here from a comparator over here, I could do that. I don't need to do that because this is primarily, if we have enough kerosene, gonna just allow us to produce energy. It's literally what it's gonna do. It's gonna be energy production. Okay, so we're getting our petroleum gas ready to be routed into the CCGT. Let's go ahead and check where all of the stuff is on this thing, because this thing is huge. So, it places it down, it will place it down here. This will give you natural gas, your fuel input, and your engine lubricant input are on the bottom. So, let's figure out how we can get that to be right here. Boom. Oh, never mind. That's too... if I remember correctly, you can also use barrels to input into this thing. So, like, there's always that. Okay, so it places there. Like so. And that's my combine cycle gas turbine, which I can now run petroleum gas into. So PET, petroleum gas, can go into here, which will produce a lot of energy and a lot of heat too. So that will be amazing. But I'm gonna have to go do something real quick. let's get back to it. We have plenty of work to do. Plenty of projects to work on. Plenty of stuff to do. Okay. We left off combine cycle gas turbine, and we were currently working on making the combine cycle gas turbine ready to go. As you can see, there's a water output and water input and a dense steam output right here. This is also a water input. This means that dense steam comes out the front now, which is perfectly a-okay. It's 100% good, and it should be easy to figure out how to do that. You need a condenser. Condensing tower. Something like that should fill the gap of what we need. This will raise the height here, so I can fit my gas turbine into this area. If I hit Shift F9, as you can see, the chunk border will allow me to place the gas turbine so that it will fit in here. The output of energy will go that way, though, which is the only downside. But the good thing is wires are more routable than having to do like some stupid piping. It depends on what you want to spend more of, wires or piping. It doesn't even matter, honestly. I feel like it'd make more sense to actually have the output this way, so that way I can store all my energy much more efficiently and use less wires that way. Wires are more expensive. So let's go ahead and do that. Say it goes like this, boom. And then it's time to make a steam turbine and a condensation tower and all of those wonderful things. Let's go ahead and look into it. Heading over to here, we will begin the turbine. As you can see, there's a lot of turbines available, but this is the one we need. It will require a lot of microchips already. I can see that. Oh no, microchips. It's fine. It's okay, guys. It's okay. It's only going to cost a lot of microchips. It's not like these are hard to get or anything, okay? It's not like they're hard to get. It's not like we're going to have any difficulty getting these. We have lithium powder. We have... Oh my gosh. You know what I'm thinking of excited. I'm excited for 2 months from now. I get to go home. It's going to be good. It's gonna be good. And then after that, got a lot of stuff. It's going to be amazing, though. It's going to be fun. Excited. Convinced myself I'm excited. It's perfect. Vein miner. Doesn't work with shovels. No. Why am I mining that anyway? I don't even need to do that right now. We don't need food at this time. We are in peaceful. Just for the sole purpose of I've done enough of the regular difficulty. Ha ha ha. I'm now gonna just not fight at all. No enemies. 0 enemies, okay? At this time, we will do 0 fighting. 0 violence. We're just waiting on the stuff we need for the gas turbine. Or the steam turbine. Steam turbine, it requires pretty much all of the same stuff as the gas turbine does, except it's a lot less of it. So, like, the steel doesn't cost 40 steel to make this. Guess what? It only costs 12 steel, plus whatever other steel is required in the turbine blades, which requires 3 of those. That means that I need to do some math. Start making some titanium blades. Let's go ahead and run all of our titanium through here. Just run a stack of it through there. It should do the trick. It's 24 per each. So 2 times 24 gives me a total of, I will need 60. And then plus 12. So 72. So I need to run a stack through here anyway. Go ahead and do that. Stack plus, because a stack plus 8 is going to do the job. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, beryllium. I saw tons of it. It will come in handy when we go to make the Leviathan steam turbines for some kind of fusion reactor of all time. We're actually getting close to the fusion reactor. We could literally start working on fusion reactors at this point. The thing is, I need to finish my roof before we start talking about fusion reactors. Like, what the heck am I doing? What am I doing? We should start working on building stuff to finish the stuff we have instead of working on new tasks that I don't need to have. It's just, why are we doing that? What logic is there in not doing the stuff we currently were working on? So let's go ahead and start working on the roof and filling it in, since I really should be doing that instead of just letting it sit there and become a problem. Because we'll be like, oh yeah, we don't need to finish the roof. Don't need to finish the roof. And it'll be 6 years later. 6 years, and the roof will still not be finished. It's okay though. Because today we're going to fix it. We're going to build the roof. It's going to actually be a roof. I'm actually putting the roof in, guys. Look at this incredible progress. What is this? This is a mess. This looks like a mess right here. It's okay. It's okay, we got time. This will actually be the worst part to actually fit in the roof. Will it actually fit in here? Oh, it actually will. Oh, yes. Yes. Perfect. Oh, yes, that's good. Fits in there perfectly. We just have to insert it. Insert another layer of these. Boom. Ah, it fits perfectly. Good. Huh. I gotta start reading more books on stuff. Gotta read books. I like to read because it makes you smarter. See, somebody was once told me about this person who liked to read. And this person got very smart. Smart people are very scary people. Those are the types of people are afraid of. Because you're so smart, you know so much. At the same time, if people don't realize you're smart, then it's like, what the heck? This guy is very smart. Just gotta read about certain subjects right now. Like, specifically radios. Radios. Want to learn about radios. I actually, at one point in time, was interested in making a radio from oven grates and wiring. Because I know a little bit of electrical engineering. So I figured, well, I could probably make an antenna. I could probably make it transmit some kind of something. I have a general idea of how to get sound to be put into an analog output. It's just as simple as finding some way to figure that part out. So I was like, okay, maybe I could build a radio. Long range improvised radio from scratch. That'd be super interesting. And honestly, now it would be very practical to learn how to make an improvised radio antenna with specific inputs. But that's not the most important thing at this time. Most important thing at this time is just to learn the basics of the radio, which is not super complicated. The basics are not super complicated, but the more advanced stuff will be. So I need to focus on learning those advanced parts, and then also the mastering the basics of it, so that way I have all of it. Even though I'm pretty confident in doing the most simple radio task, which is just to actually get to a channel, to get on a frequency and a channel, and all that super easy stuff. And it's literally just like a calculator. That's the way I think of it. It's just a calculator. You just have to know which functions you need to use and which things you need to do for which things. And then to actually start working on those more advanced tasks, like if I need to improvise a radio antenna, that'd be awesome to learn how to do that. It'd be great to learn. Actually, I'm pretty sure you can do it with a clothes hanger. I think I actually saw that, an improvised antenna. But you need an actual socket for that fits into the antenna slot. The question is, how would you improvise that if you do not have that? It's interesting. Oh yeah, and I also learned. I was learning about like civilian radios and stuff. I was watching a video on it, and $20 on Amazon gets you like a really basic radio, and it's not like super advanced. It's not bad. It's not bad actually. It's actually pretty decent from what I've heard. But it's just what I've heard. I don't know if it's actually true because I don't own those, but I would love to own those. So maybe at some point I'll start buying those. Be like, oh yeah, I could buy this. Cool. Add it to my collection for when I eventually complete my objective of creating the world's greatest airsoft team. Or my private military contractor group. Future ideas. Who knows what that will be? It'll be special warfare group. Boom. Guerrilla warfare tactics only. Most advanced. Well, most brutal. Yes. Simplified. Simplicity is everything, because if something is stupidly complex, it's going to be impossible for somebody to learn it. Unless it will require a higher intelligence to learn something more complicated than it would to make something super simple. This is why simplicity is everything. Simplicity in weapons, simplicity in tactics. It's just the most important thing. Simplicity. If you don't have that, then boom. Set up for failure. You don't have what you need to succeed at that point. So we're working on this gas turbine. We have 12 steel. We need steel plates. Steel plates. At this time, do we have any steel? Yes, we have enough. We have just enough to make this. 12 steel plates. Perfect. 4 rubber bars. Let's go. Let's do it. But like those civilian radios I saw are actually really cheap. But I'm pretty sure each setup would probably cost about $100, $120. But the actual radio itself would be pretty cheap. So if you had to outfit 9 guys with it, I don't think it'd be difficult. Although it's like, I think it'd be pretty easy to outfit 9 guys with it. But the problem is sourcing the other equipment that's going to cost the most money. And it's also probably not something that's like you can just be like, oh yeah, let's all use these radios now. Let's all use this non-issued equipment. I think that'd probably be looked at like, oh, you guys are using radios that are not issued. But they are perfectly okay. I'd say they are perfectly within the realm of reasonability. And they're very cheap and reliable, from what I've heard. Though that's what I've heard. I don't trust it until I see it for myself. Till I put it into practice or attempt to. We will not say, oh, it's perfect. What is this using? Dyson spin launcher? Oh, it's using the Dyson Atmogenesis terraformer? What the heck? Why is this a problem? Okay, well, we have our 4 of these. No, it's 6. 6. Basically, the way that radio antennas work is like it reverses the frequency back and forth on the actual wires inside, from what I've read. I don't know if that's actually how that works. I'm not sure if I understand it correctly, but I'm pretty sure that is what it does. It goes back and forth between negative on one side and positive on the other, which would create the frequency. Then, all it is trying to emit those radio waves, which are photons. So, it's time to figure out how the heck that works. Because that's at the most basic level. But, improvising a radio transmitter probably can be done using duct tape, hanging a clothes hanger, and just a little bit of wire. Or just using even wire. You could probably hook in wire and be like, okay, I've got this copper cable, hook this up to a ceiling piece or like a rafter or something, and then copper wire down. Or if you do not have that, use a tree instead to support the actual thing. Or if you don't even have that, use string to hoist it up onto something high up. And you don't just wrap the wire around a tree branch. You'd use the string to hoist it up, because that's going to give you what you need. So improvising that is valuable information, I figure. What other pieces would you need to improvise? Like, if you have no battery, how would you power it? It's a good question. If you don't have batteries, how do you power a radio? And how do you hook the... Well, you need to get like the adapter out of it first. That would be pretty dangerous. Try to get the adapter out of the battery. It's all so like proprietary. Like the amount of like that's an adapter that you don't just have. It's not an adapter you just have lying around like, oh, here's my battery adapter. Yes. No, it's not that at all. That's stupidly uncommon because it's just a bunch of pegs. So many pegs. So if I wanted to improvise that, like, just find some way to switch the radio to use 9 volts or something. Like, it could be done. Or you hook it to a car battery and just use... Maybe that'd work even better, because you could just be like, well, we don't have batteries for the radio, and we really need batteries, but we're desperately out of them. Let's cut these cables and cut off this stupid adapter and just start using car batteries or vehicle batteries or whatever we have to power it. But then it's all about knowing how much voltage the regular battery is and creating some kind of power regulation. Otherwise you're going to put in too much energy and it's going to just cause the radio to probably malfunction. Or it might cause good things to happen. It's questionable. It's a practical problem to solve. But it's probably unlikely that I'm ever going to need to improvise a radio. Like, you see, the amount of times you need to improvise something are stupidly uncommon. But that's the thing. It should be, like, super common. Like, we should learn how to use stuff without having the stuff we need. It's a super valuable thing to have. Because if you do not have the stuff you need, bad things have happened. You don't have the stuff you need. What are you going to do when you don't have that stuff you need? Like, what are you going to do in that scenario? Like, you don't have medical supplies? How are you going to do medical stuff? You don't have radio supplies? How are you going to do radio stuff? It's good questions. Because if you don't know that information, then how the heck are you going to do it when you need it? It should be stuff that like is like outside learning is super important. That's like valuable stuff. So if you don't know how to do those things, what are you doing? What? High-speed steel pipe. But like I was saying, if you don't have the abilities to do improvised stuff, and you need to be able to do those things, you need to have the ability to have an antenna. You don't have an antenna. What are you gonna do? Right? Like, you can't get another antenna, let's say that, because things are very bad. Things are going very wrong. Everything is going sideways. And bad stuff has happened. Well, we cannot make a radio antenna for whatever reason. Or, well, we do not have a radio antenna for whatever reason. We do not have a radio battery for whatever reason. Now we must make those two things because we do not have them available. So we must salvage stuff, which I do have skills doing salvaging. I used to actually salvage a lot of old capacitors and things off of antique, like, circuit boards and things like that are just lying around. I would be like, all right, let me get out my desoldering iron. Just start like zapping out the little circuits and stuff on the thing. It's not even zapping it; it's just heating it up. But it makes really bad fumes, right? Those fumes are so bad for your health. I inhaled so many of those fumes. like there's they say make a filter, make a HEPA filter, make a fan, make something like that. Wear a gas mask. I tried to make my own of all of those things. Just stop soldering. It was good, not good for my health. It was bad. It was counterproductive to my health. Make a HEPA filter. It will be good. Bought activated carbon, and I did almost get it to work. The problem is that honestly, I should have just duct taped the fan to the actual soldering gun itself. It would have been the answer to the problems, because that would allow me to solder, and then the fan is just there sucking up all of the nasty air, nasty fumes being produced. Jesus, this is why we put a roof on. Besides learning like how to improvise stuff, I want to focus a lot on like actually just being the best at what I do. So like I want to know how to do all the stuff with the radios and know a little bit more than that, so that way I can bring more to the table than just I know radios, and I know more about radios than anybody else. It's gonna be what I'm gonna be good at. It's gonna be what I know. I'm gonna learn every single aspect of each part about radios. Gonna learn how to do all the stuff on them. It's gonna be good. I already learned the basics. I already know how to do the put it together, set the frequency, and do all that. Cause that's easy. That's like the most simple stuff, and they make it like seem super complicated. Like when you go to do, it's really easy. I don't even have to look at my notes, which I don't even have notes on it anymore because they've disintegrated. All my notes are disintegrated. Awesome. I don't really take good care of my notes because I don't care about my notes. Usually, when I take notes just to take notes, just to make sure that nobody's like, oh hey, why aren't you guys taking notes? I just take notes to take notes. So I don't actually even read my notes afterwards. That's the whole point of taking notes. So you can be like, oh, well, this means this means that. And nobody's ever like going to be like, oh, hey, you guys need to go back and check your notes. They're just going to be like, oh, well, you guys don't know it. How about you? I think the first thing would be, how about you recheck your notes because you don't know this? That's what I would be like. I'd be like, well, if you don't know this, go recheck your notes. And if they don't know it then, boom. Done. They're cooked. They're going to be dead. Gonna do thousands of lunges at that point. But I'm not there yet. Not there to supply lunges. This time I'm there to supply radios. Do radio stuff. Got it. Play with radios. Got it. Shoot gun? No. I will do radios. I will make my gun into a radio transmitter beam that will shoot down drones instead. I'll make a drone jamming device. That is the idea of all time right there. I could actually do it too. I actually have a magnetron at my house, so I could probably make a device that shoots magnetron microwaves into the drone, frying the drone, causing it to spark and do all kinds of fun stuff, and then laugh at the drone on the ground because it failed at its mission. Ha ha ha, stupid drone, you have failed to attack us because I have a microwave gun. I might have set the entire forest on fire by microwaving everything. But it's okay. It's okay, the drone is dead. That's all that matters. That's what I'll be like. I need silicon. But you see, I do not have quartz. Do not have any quartz at this time. We're awaiting quartz. Oh, well, actually, we do have quartz over here. We have it over here. Just gotta yawn. Gotta yawn. Sometimes, you know what I mean? No, we don't even have quartz there. Well, if we don't have quartz, do we have asbestos? Do we have sand? Do we have something? Something along the lines of something that will give me something that I need. Come on, I need to find the stuff I need to do the thing. Flint, gravel. Gravel's not bad. It's okay. Gravel's not bad. Okay, set this to give me fortune 2. With vein miner. Fortune 2 and vein miner. Please, now, go. Hit Alt. Set vein miner. No, vein miner. No, vein miner. Please. Whoosh. Fortune. It's gonna give me a fortune of this. Oh man, radios are just like boom. All I'm thinking about right now. It's all I got on my head. I'm gonna be a master at radios. Gonna be the expert on radios. Gonna be able to do everything radio related. And I should start reading about that. Start reading on the radios. I have found stuff to read about radios. And then I'll start reading more stuff. Start reading all kinds of radio information. Not even just the stuff I need to know. Gotta know a bit more than I need to know. Know as much as I can. Because I can know more than I need to. And then I will become the expert in radios. Alright, I got my silicon wafers ready to go. It is time to assemble the wonderful thing inside of this. Let's go ahead and do it. Yes, I have my 6 microchips. Microchips at this time will be sent to here. The arc welder. To be arc welded into oblivion and no longer exist. Hey, we've just finished another part of the project. It's a whole process here, and we have to do it all. Okay, now let's go ahead and switch this to regular concrete. Or actually, we need regular concrete. Switch it to regular concrete, and that's going to require gravel, sand, and everything. Ooh, asbestos. Asbestos. I love it. Just make love in the asbestos. The new asbestos chicken sandwich. It will melt your lungs. Asbestos cigarette filters. It's the future. Polonium-210. That's all you need. Let's put this right here. Boom. It's gonna work. It just works, guys. This is actually going to be a mess. How the heck am I going to store all the energy in this? How am I going to store any capacity of energy? I guess this could be resent out. Or I could just put it back into there. Well, the good news is we're going to have plenty of energy this way. All I need to do is start hooking up the final part of this, which is going to be a cooling tower. So we're going to just go with the industrial cooling tower. It's going to be, or auxiliary cooling tower, as it is called. Look at this. We have 2 types, auxiliary and cooling. Difference is none. They're pretty much the same. One is just massive. And the other one, the smaller one does less than the massive one. Okay, so like pretty simple stuff. We'll take sand. We will run the sand through here. Give it some time. Give it some time. 16 concrete. Hurry up, please. I need to get this done faster. Much more quickly. We're running out of time. Okay, that should be enough. We'll wrap it up with clay and make bricks. We'll make some bricks out of this. I don't know if this is actually going to make enough bricks. We'll see. Each one of those makes 4. Oh, yeah, that worked out perfectly because it only costs 16. 16 clay. I didn't even need more. Let's go over here. Start finding what I need. No, give that back to me. That's mine. Silk touch it. Thank you. Alright, so we need this. That's part of the auxiliary tower. The other part is going to be iron bars. And then finally you need the other thing, which is not even hard to get. So it's gonna be simple. Go to here. We're gonna swap out the blade template for the regular foundry mold. We're gonna take out that in there and put it in the other side. That should be simple. So this requires 12 copper. That is, where's the copper? It's over here. 12 copper, which can now be inserted to my crucible. Give it time to run through the copper. While it's doing that, I will assemble the 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16 of those, and I have 16 steel ingots. So this should be what it needs for those. Yes, indeed. And if I head over to here, that's just working on that. Let's see. The big part of this is actually iron bars. It's going to cost us 128 of those. But you make 16 per each of these, so I figure we should have enough. 128, and then we're just waiting on this. Okay, that's done. Perfect. Now that it's all assembled, it's time to put it all together. I'm going to do this like this, and then wrap it with these. And I have my steam thingy. Auxiliary steam cooling tower. So secondary steam cooling tower. We need more pipes. I think we're out of them. Do we have any iron available? We do. This will do the trick. Hit the iron in the machine. I will go ahead and put the duct together. Alright, with that, it's time to go ahead and assemble my steam cooling tower. Cooling tower is ready to go. No. Low pressure steam. Right? Because that's what's going to come out of here is low pressure steam. Low pressure steam comes out, and then the regular steam can go in. Boom. Water. This should be able to handle the amounts it's going to need to handle. And then we just need to find water to insert in there. AKA this wonderful barrel over here should do the job. And then we just insert water until it's full. Grab this, and then walk over to here and then set it up. So it should not be too challenging to do. Water with water. Output the water into the machine. 16 buckets of water. Every millibucket is like... Every 1,000 millibuckets is 1/16. So every 100 is 1/60th. Or no, 1/160th. Every 1 or every 10 is 1/600 or 1 106,000th. That's not. This is getting stupid. And then every single individual one is a 16,000th. It's a lot of numbers that don't need to be numbered. Okay, that does not need. We don't need to know that each individual one is a 16,000th. We do not need to know that information. That should be literally common sense. It's common sense right there. But this allows me to output my power to my battery storage, energy storage, whatever I might have. So if I just have an energy pool that connects somewhere, we can do that through there. And this is ready to go. So we just need to supply engine lubricant, and that we can get dense steam out of this. Okay, we have our petroleum gas. Okay, boom. Set this up. I think we're going to send the energy to a separate building. We need to hook in a cable or a pipe for the actual stuff. The lubricant. Okay, lubricant is going to be needed for this. So you set up a cable for that, and then we can start storing our... Let's see, we have engine lubricant here. Perfect. I'll just run it through the ground. We'll find out how to get it there. In spite of the kerosene pipeline, which pipes all the way over to the stuff. And I really hate to do this, but we're gonna go over this. It's gonna look weird. But it's gonna stay under the ground for the most part. So all that matters. We don't need it to be above ground, please. Please. I'm begging you. Don't put it above ground. Let's put it under the ground. For the most part. I might have just piped really inefficiently, by the way, because I think I extended it out a block and then piped it here, which means I need to de-extend it, which means I've added 2 pipes in there, at least. The most efficient route is the best route, which we only care about the efficiency of this, really. There's nothing else that matters with piping. It's just efficiency when it comes to piping. The least amount of pipes expended for the most amount of value obtained. Lubricant. Boom. So there's my engine lubricant. We have 100. We have 1,840, which should be enough to get it started, but I think it might consume all of that, honestly, just to get it started. So the nuclear reactor can kickstart my process for running this. And then, obviously, we have the control circuitry to tell it, oh, hey, we have a lot of engine lubricant, or we have no engine lubricant, and it should be doing kerosene, or it needs to be making engine lubricant. So, whatever it needs to do to be the most efficient. But at this time, we're now going to turn on our energy production. Well, hold on for a second. We need energy storage. So we need to have lithium battery buffers and then hook those up. Probably we're going to do it in... I mean, we can keep it in this chunk. Or... Yeah, no, keep it in this chunk. I can't fit it here. We have to put it on the top of this. I mean, we'll have to build a building here anyway, so, I mean, might as well build a building. Make it look nice. I'm just going to do stone bricks for the building. This is going to be my combustion plant. Whatever the heck you want to call it. Let's make a good building here. Let's make it look good before I turn it on and do all that. This thing is also loud. It's going to be awesome. I like this machine. It's one of my favorites. One of my favorites because of how loud it is. It's like... Why? I don't understand why making something louder makes it more awesome, but it just does. Just does. We're going to have to extend this into where the railroad is going to go for future projects. Future stupidity railroad. Also, that's gonna go into my ore processing and stuff. Gonna have a railroad there. We don't need a full chunk for it, certainly. We don't need a full chunk in any capacity for railroads. We can do that in like a chunk and a half. Less than that. We can do it. I believe in myself. It's all that matters. Stone bricks. And then I'm also going to do fancy stone bricks. So that way, I'm going to just do stone bricks and stone bricks on this one. That sounds weird. But I can do stone bricks and I can do stone bricks. Let's go with small stone bricks. This will be the bricks of all time. I mean, you won't notice it from a distance, but this is a classic building style, is to do two of the same block, but like different textures, almost. So we're going to extend it forward. And, yeah, that should do. Being very deliberate and careful about our chunks. We don't want to accidentally place the stuff incorrectly. Okay? There's no need to place it incorrectly in there. Alright, so that's the top. Then we have the bottom. Fill it in with stone bricks. This will be wrapped in stone bricks. All of this will be covered with stone bricks, so that way it will fit into this section of stuff here. Boom, boom, boom. That's the door. Place a block there temporarily. And we'll figure out the stairs later. Figure out the stairs later, guys. Figure out the stairs later. We'll create an energy storage section with transformers. No need for transformers. They will not be needed. Oh. How much... What does this make steam-wise? Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, glad I caught that. That's good information to have. Dense steam. Okay. That's going to change everything now. The entire setup is ruined. No, I'm joking. It's a simple change. It's going to cost an extra turbine to make the setup happen. Which means I need to extend either that way or find some way to stack 2 turbines or do something that will make this work. Which means I could just reverse this and then have... Or put it in the front. But it will go over a chunk border and I don't like that. So... That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. We could just do the actual output for that in this chunk here. We'll just move it around how I'm gonna do it a little bit. So we're gonna just shrink this down, give us a little more space to walk around in this thing, and then also carry over into the next chunk. Gonna start building up the walls as well. Boom. Okay, yeah, that works. Yes. What? If I had dirt on me, I could fill this in. It's a good thing I have dirt. I'm not sure how this is going to look from a distance. It's probably just going to look like a gray box. Gray box build. Oh, actually, it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. Like, that's actually good. It's going to work very well. It's going to be very factory. Unlike that building, I'm going to tear that thing down. It looks disgusting. It's an abomination. I am unsatisfied with that building that we spent so much hard work on. It's okay, though. We'll fix it by demolishing it with probably a nuclear bomb. We'll just bulldoze it with a nuclear bomb. It's perfect. We will build a nuke and bulldoze that building down. We'll use 10 stacks of C4 to crash the game. It's okay. I know what I'm doing. I'm highly trained and qualified to do this. Should I just do solid of those bricks? I think it looks good as it is. Just a little odd. No, that should be regular stone bricks. Yeah, so the door's here. Bricks will go here. Boom. And then we'll just have a staircase that goes out here. Boom, boom. We'll do that in a second. Here's where the problems are beginning. Okay, so you see right here, this is where we have all of our issues. Okay, all of our issues spur from this. We need to have a turbine that fits in here. I didn't want to use an extra chunk for this, so that's unfortunate because now we have to use an extra chunk to do this. To complete the task, I will need to use extra chunk. We'll just set this down, go this way, boom, 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 boom. Then hit AoE on this. We could just put it in the sideways. Do we put it in sideways still? Would that work? That doesn't necessarily. Put it in backwards? I mean, yeah, it would work. Just put it in like across. No, not across the trunk for sure. No way I would do it across the trunk. In no capacity ever. Should you ever do that in any mod? Because that is just stupid. It's asking for problems. I mean, I don't think it causes problems in HBM mod because I think he's actually good at what he does. But I don't want to trust that it won't cause issues. So if you really want to, you can just do coded cables in the back, so it won't really matter if there's going to be a wall there or not right next to it. It will look the same either way. In any capacity, it will look the same. Alright, so this should be 4. Oh, apparently it's 3. Okay. I see what it is. It's okay, I can build the pillar here. Boom. We can do another doorway then, if we really want to. No, I'm gonna just extend it. It doesn't make sense to have it not be like this. And then just do 4 on each side. Just because you want to have it chunk aligned to be like that thing does not make it make sense. This means if I build anything in this chunk here, it's going to be really annoying. Or I could just put the rails there and then we could have a separate building somewhere else. I was thinking this was going to be like a runway for like mine carts or something. Like what? We can do it and make it you know, like we can fit buildings in within a chunk, okay? We can fit them and extend them beyond what I want to. It doesn't matter. Alright, so that's going to be set up there. And this the rest of this needs to get torn down so I can fix it later. And then we're just going to set up the very, very, very expansive turbine problem. Lots of turbines are going to be needed for this. Alright, so what do you need for a turbine again? Because it's 4 circuits. That's where I want to start with. The 4 circuits is going to be the hard part. Alright, where does this go to? Does it go to here? I'm pretty sure it actually does. Hell yeah. No. Please start working on that. At this time, I need 5 billion nether quartz to be produced. Hurry and produce them. Good. It's doing its job very well. We will need new things. Yes, new things. Huge moment. 100. That's stupid. That's so stupid. Wait, there's a grappling hook? Charge thrower? What the heck? Insanity. But that's pretty cool. Let's take this and combine those in a crafting table so we can get those 3 graphite things. Okay, these are actually so cheap, you could just skip making the dash ones. You can skip making the dash ones. Oh, it needs to be petroleum coke, by the way. Ah! You can't just do it with regular coke. It's gotta be PET coke. Petroleum coke. 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2. Boom. Throw it on the ground. Throw it in the box. Perfect. Wait. Ah, yes, I see that I have to throw those. Okay. Throw those in a box as well. How much production is going on? Oh, we have 18 at this time. Yeah, it's good enough. 1, 2. Perfect. 20. Fill the whole thing. This will make 60 total. Seal the deal. It's doing its thing. We're gonna just let it be. Let it do its job. Give it some time. While it's working and doing its job, I'm going to go ahead and continue to do my job to build the roof. If I do not do the roof, bad things, the sky will fall on the roof. Yeah. Let's build the roof. Let's do it. Do it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wait, what? What in the... Huh? Oh, these are special. It's okay. We can use the special ones for this. They will do the job. It's fine. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Alright, so we're just gonna assemble the roof. They look practically identical. I can barely tell the difference. Yeah, I can barely tell the difference. Look, they're definitely not they're definitely the same. They're totally the same. In fact, they're so same. I just can't even tell. I can't even tell the difference. Genuinely, they are the same block. Yeah, that's perfect. It looks like they were meant to be. Totally. Honestly, from a distance, you won't be able to tell. That's all that matters. The roof can be messed up as much as I want it to be. As long as it's pretty unobvious that it's messed up. That is called good roof engineering. If you build a roof and it falls on somebody's head, does that mean you're responsible for it? I have no answer to that question because it's an ethical dilemma. It just means you suck at building roofs. That's what it means. Yeah. See, if you build a roof and it collapses on somebody's head, it means you suck at building roofs and need to get good. It's user error. They were using the roof incorrectly. I guess the question is, if you intentionally built the roof to fall or not, that would be the difference. But that's not even a question that I care about. I do not care about that question. That question is practically useless because there's no point in even wondering why, like, if there's like a moral dilemma there. No question. Let's just do it. Let's figure it out. Give me this so I can do my quartz powder into the machine. Put it through the arc furnace. 20. If I give this the time to do what it needs to do, and do the things I want it to do, I will have enough circuit boards to complete what I need to complete. Printed circuit boards. At least this is super easy. Like, this is not hard. You see, the hardest one, you need to do this chain called Ruby lift. Ruby lift will take you insane amounts of effort. It is incredibly painful. Do not ever try the Ruby lift. The Ruby lift is painful. Oh, okay. It's definitely doable, but it's still going to be painful, so it's not recommended. Alright, let's keep making these circuits. We can automate these in the future. Automate them in the future. Can do it. We're making so much work on this place. Like, it's unbelievable how far we've come from the beginning. Because in the beginning, this place was empty. And now it is a functioning factory. It's the future. The future. Right here. Progression is maximum. It is at its peak. We're climbing to new heights. Ascending. Okay, this is too motivational. At this time, we do not need motivation. We just need to work on assembling things. Okay, it's not hard to do. It's not hard to focus on assembling things, but it's hard to focus on putting things together. What the heck? We need insulators, and then we also need gold plating, because gold plating allows you to make the 4 times of the circuit boards, okay? So gold plates, go. Do it. Put it together. Put it together. Boom. Printed circuit boards. Yes. Good. Now, we're going to place these into here. No. I'm going to place them into this one. Perfect. Good. This is good. Give it some time to do its job, and it should be able to do it. Tired. I'm not even tired, really. I'm just yawning because it's early. It's too early for this. Too early for this is not an excuse. We must produce the machines and do the stuff. Honestly, it's better for me to get this done early, so that way I can progress with further missions, further tasks with my day. Let's go ahead and figure out what I'm doing. I need actually my steel should be over here. Nice. I don't know why I did that. That was unnecessary. Uncalled for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because we're about to make pipes. Pipes of all time. 1, 2, 3, 4. That gives me 12 still. And then I still need to make the high-speed steel. Oh my goodness. Conundrum. Crises. Everything has failed. We have run out of high-speed steel. But at least we have arsenic. It's good. It's good. But you know what I can do? I can show you how I will make so much high-speed steel. It will be impractical. Alright, so for high-speed steel, you need what's called a keyboard so you can type into the thing. High-speed steel is made inside of the crucible. Crucible casting for high-speed steel. Or you can make it in other places, but it does not matter. Let's go ahead and say alloying. You can do it through electrolysis, apparently. Alloying is what matters, okay? Tungsten and steel, 5 nuggets of each. So, for steel, we'll just make 5 blocks of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot of... It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. 3 of these and 1 cobalt block. So this is your recipe. Then you multiply this by however many you really want. So if you want to do this 2 times, go ahead and do twice my recipe. Or go ahead and do... What the heck you want to do? But this actually will fit inside of the grid. So like when you put it in, boom. It will just fit in there. So it should, like you can do everything in one smelt, pretty much. That's what makes it special. What gives it its value. Okay? See, there's no value in doing something and then taking forever with it. Boom. 9. Perfect. 1 cobalt block. All I need. And it's finally time to insert it into this thing. No, don't do it without a template. High-speed steel production is ready to go. At this time, we're going to check, make sure everything is good, before I start making my high-speed steel, or else bad things will probably follow. So with this, swap sides, set up my high-speed steel into ingots. It is currently set to high-speed steel. As you can see, it will do 1 block at a time. This is the most efficient way to get it. And now we're casting high-speed steel. We will need 9 ingots of high-speed steel. Let's move the ferrouranium since it's not really useful for much at this time. I mean, it was useful at one point, but no, it's no longer useful to me. So we should have now casted quite a few pieces. We need to make 9 of these. That is the minimum quantity required to build the stuff I'm looking for. Now, where is my high-speed steel that I had? Because I had 3 pieces. I should not be waiting for more. 4. Okay, we're making progress. Where is it hiding? Ah, there we go. 7. We should have enough for 9. Perfect. I think this is the entire turbine, except we need to make those turbine blades. High speed steel. No, this. Yes. And then it's time for turbines, which are actually not hard. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That is 1, because I see I have 8. Craft these ones, okay? So do it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 16 should be the amount we need, and then wrap it with these. Make a shape that looks like an L with your titanium. Boom. Titanium plates fill the L. Now you have 24. What are you going to do with 24? Probably nothing. Except for make one of these. Wrap those in those. It's like saran wrap, but it's made of titanium. And shaped like a point. So that makes it much more dangerous. And makes it much more awesome. Subsequently. Okay, so I need to use gold again for something. We need 6 gold ingots. This is why I should focus on making gold before it becomes a problem. Because you know it's going to cost a lot of gold? The Leviathan steam turbine. I'm sure there's going to be something. You know it used to cost a lot. You know, they used to use a lot of gold in this mod. Used to use so much gold. Until he removed engine, what was it called? Like, engine bodies, generator bodies. It used to use so many gold coils. It was like, what am I doing? I'm spending like 24 gold ingots to make a single industrial generator. Nowadays, you can do so much without even making industrial generators because they don't even exist anymore. What is this used for? Oh, it's used for this thing? Perfect. Ah. Surface mapping satellite. That sounds pretty useful. Pretty valuable. We're just going to have to find rubber. Whoop. Just jump into here, sneak our way in. Rubber. We don't need to do stupidness. Carbon dioxide's okay. Aromatic hydrocarbon's okay. Put my rubber into the machine and see what happens. Boom. Begin production, Mr. Machine. Hurry up. Produce it faster. It's literally the final step. It should only cost 2 of these. If it costs more than this, oh, I'm going to be very sad. But at the same time, should only cost 2. And if this thing can handle upgrades, I'm going to start looking into those. No upgrades. Fine. It's already an overpowered machine, pretty much. For what I'm doing with it, it should be pretty overpowered. Well, it could be underpowered if it doesn't do its job effectively enough, but we'll see. We will see how it goes. Alright, just chop that out of existence right there. Hook in the piping. Make it look nice. We have no need for pipe spaghetti at this time. Boom. Pipe spaghetti. Arms are heavy. Making some rap right there. Some great music. Low pressure steam automatically gets piped out of here. And then, oh, looks like somebody forgot to bring enough pipes for the steam. Unless we get really, oh, this actually is enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Boom. Got it. I mean, it's not the best way of piping it because I want to be able to walk around underneath there, but that's fine. It will suffice for the time being. My gas turbine is completed. My regular turbines are completed. It is time to install Windows 30 billion because they're now on 30 billion apparently. Tear out all this dirt. We need to actually have a power storage area so I can gauge how much energy is being produced, and then we can figure out where we're sending it out, figure out what we're doing from there. And I think what I will do for power, gold capacitors are not bad, but we don't really have what I need as far as that is concerned. Can we make a better energy storage block? That would be... This thing doesn't even do anything anymore. It just sits here and all the energy is expended. I think I know where all the energy went. I think it went to the stuff. We can just set up these for now. We're just going to move these. Remove these from the equation here. And then set up them over there. Or hook these somewhere else. We could use the power storage over at the nuclear power plant. We don't really have anything here. Could just set up a couple of these in here. Put them at the top. Since they tend to be a lot less useful there. I think we're going to get rid of that old power generator. Maybe. And start reorganizing or redistributing energy production setups. Or things like that. Things of the nature of energy production need to be redistributed. So that way we have an even amount everywhere. Have enough to do stuff in different places. Rather than just have everything be concentrated in that one spot. We need to distribute. I believe this will produce a lot of energy. which means I will probably need to have quite the energy storage setup right here. This is where things are going to need to be the best energy storage setup, because this is going to have to be capable of holding all that energy that I'm going to be producing. Quite a lot. So it's probably going to be beneficial to set up something like that. One, two, three, four, five, six. Jump on top. Can I rotate that with a screwdriver? What the heck? We need energy poles. Do I have any? I have these though. I need these. We need to make gold. We need a large quantity of gold. Unfortunately, I do not have that. I do have niobium. You might be wondering what niobium is going to be good for. It's also good for capacitors. Okay, this is going to become the best capacitors we have available. It's going to cost rubber and niobium. It's going to be very expensive. It stores 50 million HE, so it's literally the amount that you get in a lithium-ion battery, except without all of the cobalt and lithium. Cobalt and lithium, not something I want to do. So let's go ahead and bypass all of the cobalt, lithium, and all of the baloney. Let's go ahead and do niobium for 50 million and figure out if I can get more niobium. And I believe I actually have access to the stuff I need to get more niobium. And I can show you how I can get more niobium very easily. My friends, it's called Rocks Fall from Sky, and they carry the greatest stuff for this guy. Let's head over to here. Here we have a rock that fell from the sky, aka a meteor that could blow up everything and destroy your entire world. But that's okay, because I can just mine it now. It's time. Time to harvest. You see all of this? These rare earths are like 16 rare earth chunks, which can be broken into like, I don't even know. AoE, set it to AoE plus silk touch. I said AoE plus silk touch. Want to just get it done. Get it done. Destroy. Remember, all of this is pretty valuable. Even the cobalt. Especially the cobalt. It's like the most valuable part of this. There's no point in doing this except for the cobalt. And the rare earths. Also check for treasure blocks because they tend to spawn with those in them. But this one does. This one would probably not have those, if I'm being honest. This is like really rare though to like get one of these. If you get one of these, you're very lucky. Which I just got lucky. That's what happened. Just fell from the sky and gave me one of these. Look how much. Like, honestly, at this stage of the game, this doesn't even give you much iron. This is like, early game, you need one of these. This is good. Early game, you get this, you're set. But later in the game, this is not as valuable. It should be scaled. It should have just rare earth, please. But this is literally 11 times 16 of rare earth chunk, or something along the lines of that. So if we go ahead and process this through the furnace, we'll find out what it has. Let's hurry up and get there. Hurry up and get there. We need to figure it out. Go, go, go. Let's figure it out. Let's drop off all the other stuff that doesn't matter at this time. Because all I care about is niobium. See if I can get enough niobium to actually do what I need to do. Niobium. Oh, yes. Talk about tons of niobium. See, rare earth can give you all of that, chances of it, but check rare earth chunk. Aha! Gives you 2 and 3 zirconium shards. However, this gives you a chance of 1 niobium fragment with less than what do you want, which we're after niobium. So it would appear that the best way to do this, the most optimal way, is to run it through these guys. So give it its time it needs to do its job. The reason niobium is useful is in the production of various different oil-related things. It's used as a catalyst in a lot of oil stuff in real life, so it makes sense that it's going to become super valuable for oil stuff in Minecraft. Makes a lot of sense. So we have 1 block. The other part of this that's expensive is steel. Steel, rubber. This is very, like, expensive game items. Expensive items. So the rubber, probably the limiting ingredient that I don't have any of. Yeah, limiting ingredient. Then zinc is going to become a limiting ingredient for rubber production. So, well, it's already become the limiting ingredient for rubber production. But this should be enough to store a little bit of energy for the time being, so we can get a gauge of how much effectiveness this will have long term. Then we can start tantalum, run tantalum processing at some point. Maybe. I'm not sure at this time. But we will need to do it at some point. Tantalum production should be done at some point. It needs to be done. It's not hard to do, though. We just need cinnabar for one of the compasses. Let's go ahead and get coal running through the processing plant. No. It requires acidization, and I don't want to spend too much energy on something like that. Get some steel from the box. 1, 2, 3. Boom. 3 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Niobium capacitor. Remember, this is the input goes into the top of this, so that's how this will work. Is I just put it in here. Boom. Now, wrapping this thing, or just placing blocks around this to supply the energy into it, is what I will do. Energy comes out of these guys and will go down into the ground and be supplied up through the columns into these. Boom. And then also this. Just wrap it with these. Place these up. Build some pillars of these. Make it look nice. And then this will allow you to connect in your energy. See, if you have your energy in here, this will do the job. And then all we have left is just to turn it on. And connect that thing. How did I forget the most important part? Literally the most important machine here. The whole reason we built all of the steam turbines, all the stupidity. All of the nonsense. For now. We're just going to improvise one of these here. It's not going to look good. But it is what it is. We just need a cable, okay? We don't need anything stupidly. You know what? If we want it to look good, look, it's literally it's a full block now. It's just what it needs to be. How much petroleum gas? How much? All right, are we just sending kerosene to do this stupidness, or am I actually going to use my kerosene for good? Because I think I need to use it for good. And I need to cut off the kerosene over here as well. So, like, I don't need to be... Okay, that was, like... that was pretty worrisome. Yeah, that was pretty bothersome almost. Literally freaking out right there because I was like, oh, no. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. No. No! How about no? Does all the kerosene meet here and then just go under the ground there? If that's the case, set this down to here. And install one of these. Boom. Redstone torch. I don't even have redstone on me right now. Okay. But then this also needs to be kerosene. So if this is just regular, then it will be set to kerosene. Let's go grab more stone bricks and some redstone dust so I can lay out how this is supposed to look. Then we'll have to set in more kerosene on the piping. But it should be done. I should be able to just turn this thing on, and it will produce so much energy now that it will be insane. It will produce the amount of energy I need. Let's go. Where's my redstone dust? I thought I said I need redstone dust. Okay, there we go. So what we're gonna do is install a wire, redstone cable, that connects this to the other section. That will allow me to, basically when this is on, this will be off. This will allow me to connect to here. Redstone. Boom. That means no matter what, as long as I connect this to here, this and this, does this, boom. Explosion. Everything is an explosion. Ah, fill that in. And now I should be just producing all my kerosene into that. And if I switch it, it becomes Purex. So I can be like, oh, we need to make the Purex happen. Purex needs to happen. Okay, do the Purex. The other thing with this is I could be like, well, if we're doing Purex, let's go ahead and have a repeater that will hook into this and then be like, override this. All right, so if we're doing Purex, override. So we don't need to worry about motor oil. No need for engine lubricant at that point. So this would be like a shut off. So this means that no matter what, like if I say, oh, hey, I'm just doing, like if this is off, obviously it's not going to override this. So it's not going to do anything. But if it's on, that's where we want it to be, creating that override. So let's go ahead and switch it. Boom. Switch is on. So if it is set to just be kerosene production, it will be Purex production. So that means that it will switch everything to be Purex process. No need for producing motor oil for when we're doing the Purex process. And there's no need to not send the stuff where it needs to go to do the Purex process. Okay, that's the two things that are important with that. That means that if this is power production, it's dedicated to power production and power production only, opposed to being able to handle the needed production for Purex at the same time. So there is the disadvantage there. But the advantage is that essentially this should allow us to have power generation. Silex process in shambles. We haven't even made Silex yet. We're just doing Purex. And then you can't even do that for the Xernox rods, can you? As far as I know, you cannot use Purex you cannot use Silex for Xernox rods. Now the other thing is if I have this on, this allows me to switch between petroleum gas going one way and another way. So all that's left is to route petroleum gas to here. Which I shouldn't have a problem with that. It should be fairly straightforward to get the petroleum gas to go in there. All I have to do is route it under the ground, right? This is petroleum gas, yeah. So just gotta go underneath these. Oh, and make more pipes. It will be ready now for it to do its thing. Just gotta give it the time it needs. Alright, this 21 should be good for fluid ducts. Duct. Boom. Set this to petroleum gas. Yes! Good. It's time to turn it on. We might need to start up the nuclear reactor to actually, if it's, I think they're dead. I think they ran out of energy, so like we need to turn them on again. Well, they ran out of fuel. We'll need to turn them on. With more fuel. It's obvious what I mean. Yes, very, very obvious. Very good at explaining things, yes. We'll put the petroleum pipe through the ground and make it look like some Factorio, where the heck it is. This looks pretty good though, I think. I think it looks amazing. Factorio setup of all time. HB Factorio. Boom! Petroleum gas. We have a lot of petroleum gas right now. Okay. Let's go sleep, because it's all solar power. Maybe we'll do a nuclear power setup at some point for that. You'd have to run constantly. Do a PWR to power it. Well, it's fine. We just need to produce steam, and the most direct way to do that is usually through solar. And then all I have to do is sleep, and it will keep everything running for the most part. Let's take a look at our setup, see if it works. Shift F9, turn it off. Let's see how beautiful it is. If it works. Actually, let's check this is on. Is it on? No, it's not. Turn it on. Alright, at this time we are producing fuel for the combined cycle gas turbine and producing engine lubricant at the same time. There we go. It's not making me a liar. I'm telling the truth now. Told you guys the truth. It's actually doing its job as instructed. The only thing that can stop me is aromatic hydrocarbons. However, I believe I'm dealing with those right now. Water? That's fine. We'll set it to aromatic hydrocarbons as well. We need to deal with these, so, like, this needs to be done somehow. But we should be receiving, and we should be able to send out. Do we have enough coal in here as well? Oh yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. We're doing good. Nice. It's getting a little bit of crude oil every time. Does this have enough petroleum gas to keep going? It will for a while. Okay. It's good to see. Even if it ran out of petroleum gas right now, it'd still have enough fracking solution to keep going. Turn it on. Oh yes, that's wonderful. It's gonna be nice and loud. Alright, so we gotta max out and heat up before it can actually do anything. Checking our power production. We are receiving 0 and gaining 0 energy. Oh, there we go. 18 millibuckets per second. It uses a little bit of engine lubricant, but it doesn't use as much as it does petroleum gas. Nice. It's producing a little bit of energy. Probably makes the most sense to run it at maximum, so that way you can produce the most energy. However, we don't have much energy storage. We have 25 million HE. It's fine. We'll get more niobium capacitors to fill it up. Maybe some tantalum ones. Oh, it's going up. I can probably set it higher. Oh, is it? Oh, it's clogged with steam. Steam. Dense steam. Set this guy to dense steam. Oh, wait, what? Okay, this is dense steam. Go, 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 hurry. Perfect. How much is it making now? 2.8? perfect. We could set it up even higher. Run it at max to see what happens. Once it reaches like max capacity on engine lubricant at 1600, that's when it will shut off over there, hopefully. It will go a little bit above 1600, so it has a little bit in the barrel there. Temperature is 379 Celsius. Output is 38420. And additionally, we have these two running, producing 880 respectively. So we are producing quite a bit of energy. Nice. And that, my friends, is a beautiful setup. Shift Windows S. Take massive screenshot of our wonderful new oil inventions. Huh. Problem is, I think the petroleum gas is really struggling to keep up somewhere, so I need to take a look around and see what's holding it back. Is it the heating oil, potentially? No. I believe it's just taking a while to catch up. Yeah. Does it have enough energy to actually supply? Like, this could actually keep the, what's it called? Sustained for like a while if I lower this down a little bit. Maybe I could build up a nice buffer of kerosene and not use it all. Then save it up for the Purex process when I need it most, so. Just give that time to do its thing. I think I can leave it running constantly. And it will just supply like a nice stable amount of energy to both places of the setup. It's just kind of it's kind of the game of waiting to see if I have enough. Oh yeah, we'll have enough sulfuric acid, enough hydrogen. This is incredible. This makes me happy. This right here, this setup is very effective. Like, this thing will not shut down ever, and will always be able to keep my setup over there in check and running, which is what matters, because when this doesn't run, then we don't get oil, and that thing will shut down. So I need to either have it running constantly, which is good, because we have effectively established a way to keep it running forever. That means that now it's no longer a game of when it will shut down, it's a game of it will never shut down, because I've won. Ha 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 ha. It's time to assemble the walls for the base. Or something. I'm actually not sure this time what I'm going to do for that. Where is that? Diorite? We should have diorite here. This is perfect. With diorite, switch the texture of it to the wonderful pillars, and we'll split it down to slabs so we can start working on finishing up the base a little bit. And then I need to do slabs. Boom, boom. Hey, make slabs, dude. Slabs. Slabs time now. I wonder what happened to the piece of wood that's supposed to be there. I think termites must have ate it or something. Termites. Yes, they're haunting us to this day. They followed us from one version of the game to another. The termites. The plague. It's all coming back. Good news is that this means I will turn the entire world into dead dirt. We will kill all of the grass. All of the vegetation will be gone. This is more effective than Agent Orange. Environmental crisis. However, this is very good crisis to have, because this will give us plenty of what we need to do the stuff we need to do, which is all that matters. So keeping that running is going to make the plants grow, which is what we need to do. Keep the plants growing, and we can grow them constantly now because the grass will die underneath them no matter what, eventually. So as long as I can keep these things growing along the river, and the river doesn't get nuked out of existence or something like that at some point, this should all be good. I'm not alluding to anything that may or may not happen in the future. We will not nuke the mountain. Dang, this is actually amazing. I am satisfied with this setup. This works really well. Let's go ahead and check the gas turbine, see how it's doing. It's low on petroleum gas. It's time to lower it down probably to 11 MB per second. I mean, if it's infinite energy, that's all that matters, right? It doesn't matter if we're producing like a lot. It's just got to be infinite. We're getting 906. I'm guessing the amount we're routing to the fracking tower is going to be the limiting thing here. As you can see, it costs 2.7k energy over to that thing, which is 53,000 energy units per tick. So like, if I can reduce that, that's when things are going to be good. So we're going to try to reduce it where I can. We're going to make this place look a little better. Gonna make it look good. Make it look like home. Just like home. The oil factory. Sweatshop. Hey, it's home for some people. It is what it is. I can't hear the sound of my beautiful reactor. My beautiful machine. It's doing good. It's slowly getting up there. What I need to do with it is actually set up a machine that allows it to skip, or allows it to, aka battery. We just need a battery source. Battery is a wonderful item. This will start us off on the battery chain. The battery chain is pretty painful. Gotta get to gold 198 is the gold battery. Okay, but polonium 210 is going to be stupid and annoying to get, because you can really get this only through RBMKs at this time. No longer can you go, we'll do bedrock war and just get it as a byproduct. No. But it is still valuable to even go up to the self-charging plutonium 238 battery. Gold 198, also a product of something. Oh, I know exactly what it is. I know exactly where you got this from. Where I got it from, at least. See, this nugget can be made inside of, well, yes, you can irradiate it. But if you want to have cobalt 60, you gotta blow up a nuclear reactor. That's good. I will show you all how to do this at some point, but not at this time. We can get it through two sources. A, nuke the planet. B, destroy reactor, which is one is safer than the other, but they're both very stupid and dangerous. I'll let you decide on which one is the safest and which one is the most stupid and dangerous of those two. However, oh wait, this isn't even providing power to the base. Like, this is not even supplying any energy into the setup. I think it's all running off of the nuclear battery, or all the nuclear power. So I just need to get a pole to connect it. Get a pole connector so I can get this going. Figure it out from there. We're going to disassemble this at some point. We're going to fix this energy setup because it's stupid. It doesn't belong there. At this time, we have power sources beyond what we used to. Oh, hey, I need to grab the other thing as well. So we need to focus on getting polonium 210 in the next episode. It will get us very far. There's a few ways of doing that. You can make the KGB angry. They'll put polonium-210 in your food. Trust me, it will work. It's not even true. Not even true in HBM mod. Maybe it used to be true in real life. Who even knows? What are we looking for? Oh yes, we're looking for at this time cable drum. Alright, let's go ahead and figure this out. This cable drum goes and plugs into the bottom of this thing. Cable drum to the bottom. Yes, we'll need another one of these. This is fun. This is amazing. Because you see this is 28 meters away. So if I move this, let's go ahead and play the moving game. 23 meters. 23 meters is pretty good. It's pretty good. Place it right there. 23 meters still. Yep. Okay. Connection to the other one is going to be 25 meters. We're beyond what we need to be at. But I could probably connect it to that one. But that means it needs to be 10 meters. We need to make more poles. Poles. I hate poles. Gotta hate making poles. Alright, so here's 22 meters. And at this distance, I should be able to plug it into everything it needs to plug into. Exactly. That's how that should be. Okay, now plug it into what it needs to be plugged into. Besides that. Perfect. And now, all of the energy should be getting expended. So now we have plus 906 and minus 200 and whatever the heck. This is good. Oh, plus 2 points, minus 2. Yeah, it's not going to be enough at this stable of operating conditions. Well, we're just waiting on the engine lubricant to get high enough for it to be able to do that sustainably. It will be sustainable eventually, it's just not at this time. Like, it just needs to reach the point where this runs. This reaches its cutoff point. But I don't think it's going to reach the cutoff point. Unless I switch this, and I'm like, yeah, we can switch that. I'm gonna move it. That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna switch it around a little bit. Gonna place this a little bit over here. Gonna move that. Gonna set this up. Boom, boom. Set this in, and then just run the cable like this. Boom. Okay, now it's got a little bit in there, so that means that it will run until this thing is full. So we'll give it some time to do that. Let's switch it over to actually doing the kerosene. Or the... Boom. Just, we can put an override switch in there and be like, yeah, I need to do this now. We need to increase the energy production tenfold. Let's give this thing like a 0 to 60, see how it works. Oh wait, it's consuming so much energy. It's okay. I'm about to put this thing to max power. Sounds like a jet engine. Oh my gosh. It is quite literally a jet engine. Okay, we need to shut it down at this time. It's too much power. Holy crap. How much energy is this getting? Oh, it's going up. This is its idle, pretty much. So when it's on idle, it's just running for the sake of running. But when it goes all the way up, it becomes like 10,000 HE. It's crazy. It's like a nuclear reactor. Like that's like Xernox, except not, because Xernox is 500,000. It's still a lot of energy to have available on demand. So it's pretty solid for sustaining us if we need that. Especially with the current problems of polonium-210. Polonium-210 is now super difficult for me to obtain. Used to be very easy, but now it is not. See, the polonium-210 can be obtained via plutonium ore on other planets. or from depleted radium in the Purex. So depleted radium or depleted uranium absorber pellets. This will require a research reactor. However, that is not hard to obtain. The other options are polonium and radium fuels. Polonium is just a decay product of radium. You can also irradiate bismuth for polonium. I mean, it's not hard to get this wonderful item. It looks like chocolate too, so like, no wonder people will eat this on accident. We just need to get this set up and run it through the Purex. That will be, I think next episode we can do the research reactor. That'd be a great idea. Be a great idea. We can also look at this. Check out what we can get here. So the rate, yes, this will give us a 22% chance, and it gives you 6 times. So like, you get plenty of these from one of these. You get 8 of them. Each of them gives you 6 times. So like, we already have it in production. It's just a matter of time before my radium becomes nothing. It decays on its own. It's self-igniting. So when this becomes nothing, then we have enough to run the thing, to make something. Which is good. It's good. Now, what's going on over here at the nuclear power plant? Nuclear power plant is okay. Let's turn it off. We don't need that to be running at this time. It's currently out of energy. Okay. And this guy is currently running out of energy as well, I would assume. Yes. Kind of. Not really. Oh, it's decreasing still? It's fine. It's fine. Heating oil, the engine lubricant is going well. Does this guy have aromatic hydrocarbons building up? No. Naphtha is not building up. No. Is this guy just taking too long? What is the holdup? What is slowing me down? What can I do to make this thing run faster and produce more? If only I could increase the yield. We could decrease the amount that it requires, but it will we can increase the amount of go over to here, we can just decrease the nonsense in this thing. Like this thing, we could we could upgrade this one. Upgrade it 1 level, but I don't know if I need to do that. I don't think I need to do that. All right, well, we're done for now. This is what we've accomplished. We've accomplished oil and oil fracking, which is allowing us to work towards oil reformation, which is the next phase of my capabilities. And then from there, we'll work towards another stage of oil to, probably vacuum refining after a while. Vacuum refining, we could figure out how to do vacuum refining, start figuring out how to get more petroleum gas to this guy. Obviously, this is one method of getting petroleum gas. And if we extend the amount of setups we have producing petroleum gas, we obviously increase the power consumption. However, we by doing so, increase the quantity of petroleum gas, allowing us to run it at a higher level. And if we can continue to set up setups for engine lubricant as well, we can also do that. And then with engine lubricant, obviously find ways to get more petroleum gas there too. But really it just comes down to a matter of supplying more so we can get more energy and then spending less energy, which means that for efficiency, it probably will come down to vacuum refining. That's probably how we're going to have to get most, if not the next setup needs to be vacuum refining. And then we're on the way to that because we already obtained technetium through the nuclear processing and stuff. And then we just need to get, from there, we just need to do stuff there. Honestly, this is not difficult, and it should not be too hard for us to obtain in the next episode stuff for vacuum refining. Although I don't really want to do that next episode. I want to get to polonium-210. But that's just a product of us giving some time, putting some time in, and then eventually we'll have polonium-210 available, and it will be ready to go. By ready to go, I mean it will just be waiting in the form of us finishing the Silex process. That's the one thing we could work on to make that happen a little bit sooner, is be like, oh, well, I need to do the Silex process as well now, because that is going to become important. It's not just something I can be like, I don't need Silex right now. I need to start working on the Silex right now. It's just how it is. Anyway, with that all being said, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. This is a pretty good start for our process of getting power from petroleum gas, since it's very stable. As you can see, it is very, very stable. This guy is even running right now, right? Yeah, he's building up a little bit of engine lubricant as well, which is good, because then he'll soon switch to be like, oh, let's make more petroleum gas, since it's kind of running out. And yeah, it's still getting all of his energy consumed. But anyway, I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.